As I mentioned in a recent video, I love the daily ritual of making coffee in my old school Moka pot coffee maker. A few of you have asked for some tips on using these. Here's my best advice just from trial and error and from what I've learned on YouTube. First, here's the model I'm using. It's from a company called Grosche, but it's your basic Bialetti-style Moka pot. The size of this one is listed as 6 cups, but it really makes 1 cup of strong coffee. I like to make sure it's relatively clean first before I start. That means not just the filter funnel, but the underside of the brewer and inside of it. Some people will tell you not to clean this part out, but I think those people are nasty. While I'm cleaning this out, I'll get water boiling in my kettle. Starting with hot water makes all the difference, and it also makes everything happen faster. Now with the funnel cradled in the brewer, I'll add all my grounds. I use 4 tablespoons of store-bought ground coffee. No special grind, nothing fussy. You don't need a special grind, but you do want the kind of consistent medium grind that you get from pre-ground coffee. In my opinion, a typical home grinder setup isn't going to get you the kind of consistent grind you want for pressurized brewing. With the water boiled, I'll add it to the boiler right up to under the pressure release valve. I do this on the stove because once you add hot water, this whole thing gets hot instantly and you don't want to move it around. Next, I'll drop in the funnel, making sure there are no grounds on the rim that would prevent a good seal. Then I'll grab a kitchen towel to protect my hand as I steady the boiler and screw on the brewer with my other hand. It doesn't have to be crazy tight. On my gas range, I use a medium-sized burner at a medium heat. I think it's easy to think that you need high heat to get this working, but with the pressure, medium heat is more than enough and it brews in just a minute or two. Avoid high heat on the stove. Get your water hot before you put it in. Now, if you have an induction range, the aluminum used on most Moka pots just isn't going to work for you. You can get versions of these in stainless steel that are compatible, and I'll leave a link to one in the description. Finally, as soon as I hear the little gurgle sound, I know it's brewed and I put the brakes on by running the boiler under cold water. You don't want your coffee to cook any longer than it needs to. Pour it into a mug and you're ready to go. The result, to me, tastes like an Americano. Really tasty espresso that's been watered down. If it tastes a little too strong, I'll sometimes add a little hot water to thin it out. But if it tastes like it came off an old boot, then I know I did something wrong. Those are my tips for brewing coffee with a Moka pot. If you have other tips and tricks, be sure to leave them in the comments, and you can find thousands of reader recommended tools like these at cool-tools.org.